Good morning. I'm Dr. Srilakshmi PS from Department of Conservative Dentistry and Endodontics. I'll be dealing with the topic root canal sealers, GP and diagnostic techniques. Now, what is gutta perca or GP? The word gutta perca is an English derived word from the Malay origin meaning strings of sticky plant juices. The composition of gutta perca include firstly gutta perca, zinc oxide, heavy metal sulfates, waxes and resins. Gutta perca acts as a matrix, zinc oxide is a filler and heavy metal sulfates provides radiopacity and waxes and resins provides plasticity to the material. Now, what are the phases of gutta perca? There are mainly two phases. First one is the beta phase and the other one is the alpha phase. So the beta phase at room temperature, the phase which is occurring at room temperature is called the beta phase and it has got high molecular weight and high melting point and more shrinkage. It has high viscosity, reduced stickiness and becomes brittle when aged. Whereas alpha phase is the phase which occurs when the gutta perca is heated to 42 to 49 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, it melts and has got lower molecular weight, lower melting point as length and less shrinkage. It has low viscosity and increased stickiness. If the natural alpha form is heated above 65 degrees Celsius, it melts and forms an amorphous phase. The properties of gutta perca. It is softening at it. The gutta perca softens at around a temperature of 64 degrees Celsius and it is easily dissolved in chloroform and halothane. It is plasticized by heat or a solvent resulting in shrinkage of about 1 to 2%. Aging. Gutta perca oxidizes and becomes brittle when exposed to light and air. So how to prevent this aging is by storing it in a cool, dry place. We can rejuvenate this aged gutta perca by immersing the cone in hot water for 1 to 2 seconds and immediately immersing it in tap water which is cold and is around about 22 degrees Celsius. Disadvantages of gutta perca. It lacks rigidity. It can be bent easily. Lack of adherent properties and cannot be used as a sole filling material. It shrinks around 1 to 2% when gutta perca solidifies. Gutta perca becomes brittle with exposed air and light. Forms of gutta perca. It is available as cones. The cones can be of different taper and these are the conventional sizes of the gutta perca that are available. Gutta perca can be available as pellets or bars. It can be available in syringe form and it can be available as pre-coated core carrier gutta perca. Gutta perca sealers are also available and there is another material called gutta flow which is a new material with gutta perca powder incorporated into a resin based sealer. There is an antibacterial gutta perca where antibacterial agents are incorporated or impregnated onto the gutta perca and it can be used as an intracanal medicament or also as a temporary, even sometimes as a permanent root canal filling material. Iodoform containing gutta perca. 10% of iodoform is added into the gutta perca and it is located centrally. Takes about 24 hours to leach to the surface and this iodoform remains inert until it contacts with any tissue fluid and it activates free iodine. Calcium hydroxide containing gutta perca. There is a sustained release of calcium hydroxide of about 40 to 60% from this kind of gutta perca and it can be used in any weeping canals or any blunderbuss canal and mainly it is of high advantage, that is it contains high bacterial activity and therefore it is very advantageous. Chlorhexidine impregnated gutta perca. Gutta perca matrix embedded with 5% chlorhexidine diacetate is also available in the market and it can be used as an intracanal medicament or also as a temporary root canal filling material. Glass ionomer impregnated gutta perca is also available and this is impregnated with GIC and it can be used along with GIC based sealers and for better sealing efficiency as well as antibacterial activity. Now coming on to sealers that are available in the market. Firstly, a sealer is an essential product to provide a fluid impervious seal in obturation. What are the functions of a sealer? It seals the space between the dentinal wall and the obturating material. It is used to fill voids and irregularities in the root canal and also acts as a lubricant during the obturation process. According to Grossman, the ideal requirements of the sealer are: it should be tacky when mixed, it should make a hermetic seal, it should be radio opaque, particles of powder should be very fine so that they can mix easily with the liquid, not shrink upon setting, it should not stain the tooth surface, it should be bacteriostatic or at least encourage bacterial and at least it should not encourage any bacterial growth. It should set slowly. There should be insoluble in tissue fluids and it should be biocompatible, especially to the perioradicular tissues, and soluble in most common solvents. If necessary, we need to remove the gutta perca. Additional requirements, according to Ingle, not provoke an immune response in the periradicular tissues, and it should not be mutagenic or carcinogenic. What are the consistencies? It should have the stringy nature, so we can do the string test. The classification. According to Grossman, we have sealers classified into zinc oxide eugenol based sealers, calcium hydroxide base, paraformaldehyde base, and as well as those available in paste forms. According to Ingle, it can be classified into cements, paste, and plastic materials. And according to Wayne, zinc oxide, the sealers can be divided into the zinc oxide eugenol type, resin type, glass ionomer type, and calcium hydroxide type. Zinc oxide and eugenol type. Advantage of this sealer is that it has got very slow setting time and has got antibacterial property to some extent. But this disadvantage is that it shrinks on setting, can stain the tooth, it has high solubility, it does not allow for use of other chemicals, and many formulations are also available. Non-genol, zinc oxide non-eugenol based sealers developed to overcome the irritating quality of the zinc oxide eugenol. Expands on setting, improves the sealing efficiency. It is available as a base and a catalyst provided in two different tubes. The base catalyst consists of the base paste consists of zinc oxide, barium sulfate, bismuth, oxychloride and vegetable oil, whereas the catalyst consists of hydrogenated rosin, lauric acid, salicylic acid and chlorothiamol. Kerr sealer. It is available as a powder and the liquid form. The powder consists of zinc oxide and precipitated silver, whereas the liquid consists of eugenol. Two formulations are available, which is the regular set and the EWT. The EWT formulations is used with heated gutta perca technique. Less tissue toxicity is produced with this, and it is resolved from periradicular tissues over time. The only disadvantage is that it stains the tooth because of the presence of the precipitated silver. Grossman's original formula. This consists of zinc oxide in 42 parts, stabilite resin in 27 parts, bismuth subcarbonate in 15 parts, barium sulfate 15 parts, sodium borate 1 part, eugenol as liquid component, and it begins to set in the canal within 10 to 30 minutes. Roth sealer 801, most widely used sealer in market. It is a Grossman type sealer. It is mixed with eugenol and therefore it has a very slow setting time of 8 to 12 hours. It is excellent lubricant and it does not stain the tooth, and the toxicity level is also same as that of other eugenol type sealers. The only disadvantage is that the post fill sensitivity due to overextension into the periapical tissues lasts longer due to the longer setting time. Tubeless-seal. It is available in two-paste system, which consists of zinc oxide base with barium sulfate, mineral oil, cornstarch and lecithin, whereas the catalyst paste consists of eugenol, polypale resin, thymol iodine. It is easy to mix and has got great lubricating quality. The disadvantage is that it is extremely irritating to the periapical tissues and the working time is less than 30 minutes and even shorter in presence of moisture. Canal should be thoroughly dried in order to use this kind of sealer. Wash base. A thin mix can be used for long, narrow and curved canals, whereas a thick mix can be used when we have to have a apical stop has to be recreated. Advantage, it has got smooth consistency and the normal working time is about 15 to 20 minutes. To increase setting time, add a drop of eucalyptus oil. The disadvantage is the bad odor. So this is the powder liquid composition. Medicated sealers are also available and this was developed by Martin, and mainly all the medicated sealers consist of iodoform because of its antibacterial properties. It can be used with medicated gutta perca which will contain 10% iodoform. It provides extended working time up to 4 hours. The smooth flow of the sealer is ideally suited for warm water gutta perca technique. Calcium hydroxide based sealer. This is the calcibiotic root canal sealer is a zinc oxide eugenol sealer with calcium hydroxide, and the various forms of it are Sealapex, Apexit and Vitapex. Calcium hydroxide sealers. These sealers are promoted to therapeutically be more effective than the normal sealers. Here the calcium hydroxide dissociates into calcium and hydroxyl ions, and this calcium hydroxide must dissolve to release calcium hydroxide, and the solid consequently loosens content. Sealapex. Calcium hydroxide containing non-eugenol polymeric sealer. This formulation produces rapid healing and hard tissue formation. The disadvantages is that overextension will provoke chronic inflammatory reaction in the PDL space, and the composition includes a base and a catalyst base, and the base space consists of zinc oxide as well as calcium hydroxide, whereas catalyst space consists of barium sulfate, titanium dioxide and zinc stearate. Apexit. Calcium hydroxide sealers which contains salicylates comes as apexits. It is non-shrinking root canal sealer that is based upon calcium hydroxide. It is used for permanent obturation of the root canals and is suitable for use in conjunction with all obturation techniques involving any form of gutta perca. So this is the composition of the apexit, which is consisting of a base form as well as an activator form. Then Vitapex. Calcium hydroxide and iodoform containing a sealer is called the Vitapex, and it is pre-mixed package paste, and therefore it is very easy to use in the syringe form. Used as a temporary as well as for a permanent root canal filling material after pulpectomy. Ideal for treatment of infected root canals and for vital pulpotomies in deciduous teeth. Disinfects the canal and has got antibacterial as well as bacteriostatic properties. This is the glass ionomer based sealer which is called a Ketac Endo, used in the obturation where the dentin bonding properties are very high. Therefore, it is used in obturation techniques. Enables adhesion between material and root canal wall. Disadvantages: difficulty in retreatment cases. Non-resolvable in periapical areas, but it has got minimal antimicrobial property. These are resin-based sealers, mainly AH26, AH+, Endores, Diaket and Epiphany. This provides good adhesion between the core material and the root canal wall, giving a monoblock effect. But it do not contain any eugenol. AH26 is a slow setting resin and releases formaldehyde while setting, but AH plus removes the formaldehyde. Dikit, which is provided by 3M, it is a polyketone with 0.5 dihydroxychlordiphenyl and it sets quickly in the root canal at body temperature and has got low solubility, but it can cause tissue necrosis and it can contract upon setting. This is the composition which is available in powder and the liquid form. This is AH22, AH26. It is a precursor of AH+, slow setting resin sealer with good bonding to the dentine. Setting does not get affected by moisture. The disadvantages includes the release of formaldehyde while setting, therefore staining the tooth, and also it has got high working time. AH+. H plus is a product wherein the formaldehyde is not released during setting, and it has got superior leakage resistance, lower solubility and vector flow, superior bond to the dentin and more radio opaque. Working time is around 4 hours and setting time about 8 hours, and it has got thinner film thickness. Gutta flow is mainly finely milled gutta perca particles added to sealer. Eugenol-free and cold flowable filling system. Also contains silicon oil, paraffin oil, plantain catalyst, zirconium dioxide, nano-silver as preservatives used in obturation of root canals. It is triturated in its cannula and passively injected into the canal and then used with single or multiple gutta-percha points. Medicated sealers are also available and it contains paraformaldehyde, which is contraindicated. It is not approved by FDA. It is toxic to the periradicular tissues and overextension of the sealer can cause osteomyelitis as well as paresthesia. Sealers containing formaldehyde. Endomethasone is a sealer which is a medicated sealer. N2 zinc oxide eugenol formaldehyde and it contains hydrocortisone. Loosens volume when exposed to fluid. N2 is extremely toxic. Endomethasone is a root canal sealer with zinc oxide eugenol type with paraformaldehyde and corticosteroids. It is available as powder as well as liquid form. It causes pain in case of application beyond the apex and causes allergy when contacted with gums. Thank you.